Hello and welcome to Great Hang, the greatest hang that's ever hanged. I'm your hang, Tim McLovin, coming to you with your other hang, Myka Fox. Hello, Myka.
Hi, Timmy.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. We have a guest today. Our guest, past Patreon subscriber to the show, current comedian and host of Just Come at the Graham Bar on Tuesdays. Very funny comedian, Pamela Ross. Hello, Pamela.
Hello. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming. Thank you for having glitter on your face. I'm thrilled by it. It speaks of tales past.
Do I really? Well,
Just a few flecks. Speak on that.
Yes.
well, I think what that came from is that last night I was in the finals of a queer comedy competition, and I think there were gay people in glitter. There were just dazzled costumes and people. And
You got shrapnel.
Exactly. I got some of it on me, and I lost.
You lost?
Did
you lose to someone gayer than you?
I don't know if that was the problem.
Oh, I thought they were judging by gayness.
Tim does.
Yeah, that's what I do. As a former king of the gays.
Right. I don't know the criteria they even use to judge, but I did lose and then walked outside and almost immediately stepped in dog shit.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Which was, as a metaphor, I thought a little heavy-handed. But, and then I went to Bed-Stuy and I had sex, so it was fine.
Nice. Let's go.
I recovered.
And that's how you really win a gay competition.
Mm-hmm. I thought you had glitter all over you because you were getting rimmed out over at House of Yes. A classic place to get a bunch of... I've never been, personally. It is not my place.
We thought you were in the orgy foam pool.
Yes.
Right. House of Yes is funny because it's like a gay wonderland for straight people. You get to go there and you're like a straight tourist.
We usually call that Disneyland.
I've never seen a place that's made me say no so quickly in my life. I just looked at it, just said House of Yes. I go, nope, not for me. And I just kept on walking and then got hammered on $3 High Lifes that don't have any, anyways, good story for me.
Tim,
and good start of the show.
I know that's right.
You don't need to lean in so much on the microphone, but I really like it.
Thank you.
Tim just doesn't want to go to House of Yes because there's no fishnet that could contain him.
Oh, because I'm a whale. I'm a big fat whale.
That's right. They should call it Orcanet.
Oh, What should they call Orcanet?
Whatever you're going to wear to House of Yes.
First of all, I will wear this to House of Yes. This is how I am dressing. And if they get my good, nice jacket all foamed up with their gay foam that's covered in cum, and I assume women's pussy juice, possibly not, I will be freaking pissed. Because I don't think that comes out, and I don't think the guy at the laundromat is very good at doing laundry. Pamela.
Yes.
We got to do plugs. That's our new thing that we're doing right now. Because I'm doing them at the top of the show. We got to remember to do them. Do you have anything to plug?
Well, I mean, you plug the weekly show every
Yes.
Tuesday at the Graham. Just come. Tuesdays 8:30. It's great. Tim recently co-hosted with me.
Yes, it was fun. Pamela asked me to do my most offensive joke. I did a joke for...
Why would you do that? Here's the thing. That's a good thing to do with like anyone else. Like that's a funny thing to ask like almost any comic. And then you look at Tim and it's just next thing you know, he's opening for Kanye.
So I went four levels below my most offensive joke.
Damn.
And still offended everyone in the crowd. I was like, this one might not be too bad, but it was still pretty bad. But it was fun. The show was really fun. Everybody murdered.
Show was super fun. That's all I can plug. I mean, you can follow me on social at Pam Not Anderson.
At Pam Not Anderson, all right.
On Twitter and Instagram, and that's really it.
Okay, well then good. Who beat you in this gay contest for comedy?
A woman named Marcy Smiles.
Hey Tim, how come we couldn't book Marcy Smiles?
I know. Well, this is Myka. This is what I'm trying to do. Trying to get one up. Now we got Pamela. I'm going to fucking throw this episode in the trash. Yeah. We get Marcy Smiles over here. Now we're cooking.
Tim spent the entire time before you got here trying to figure out if we've ever had a queer guest before. He went through everyone we've had on, and he said them to me like I'm the ambassador of knowing who's gay, like, or who had a gay experience.
Right.
And you might be the first. Wait,
Wow.
no, Lizzie Cassidy.
Lizzie Cassidy, and then
Lizzie's
Jeff
bi.
Sheen, of course. Who
Is it by allegedly?
Yeah,
He
Myka says
alleges
his
it, but
well, Jeff's been doing a bit where he's bi not curious.
Oh, okay.
Because he knows he could bang a guy, he just doesn't want to.
That is, honestly, that's a lot of confidence, but I can also tell you that if Jeff walked into the average gay bar, he would get hit on.
oh sure.
He would.
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
Oh, you could
pretend
tear that
that's not
man's
true.
holes apart. I mean, look
right.
at him. And he'd like that.
And he's got that extra small throat.
Oh, yeah, he's
Nice,
got
it's a
a...
snug fit.
Well, it's especially snug when you have to push it past those teeth.
Last night he was saying he wanted to be a Cenobite in the fucking Hellraiser universe, one of the Pinhead guys.
Mm-hmm.
And he said he would be a guy whose butthole was just ripped apart and in the front. And that the rest of him is fine. That's just the only thing is his butthole is ripped open and in the front now. It was insane. I don't know why he keeps talking about this. I guess because it's Halloween season.
Right, it's
It's
seasonal.
spooky. If
you wanna-
spooky frontward facing beehole.
Micah, do you have anything to plug?
Yeah, on Thursday. When is this coming out?
Wednesday.
Wednesday. Okay, so Thursday in Jersey, we're doing a charity show for like breast cancer reconstructive surgery or something. It's headlining Bonnie McFarlane. It's got me. It's got Karen Feehan, hosted by Amanda Gale. They will not let men perform on this show, so come. It's gonna be really fun. I hear there's a low ticket count. It might be too late, so maybe this is just a brag.
Wow. A bunch of no titty bitches performing on a no titty fucking comedy show.
It's a bunch of new titty bitches. And new titty is way better than no titty.
You can see me starting November 1st in Columbus, Ohio at Don't Tell Comedy. November 2nd, Chicago, Illinois with Tom Takar at the Lincoln Law. All of these are with Tom Takar. November 3rd at Hale Varsity Club in Omaha, Nebraska. November 3rd, did I say that? And then November 4th and 5th at Wise Guys in Salt Lake City. All with Tom Takar. We're driving his car to LA and doing spots along the way.
Yeah, listen, sister wives, if you couldn't be a seventh in one family, you could be a first for Tim.
Yeah, so come on in.
Or a second for Tom.
Yeah, you could be a second wife for Tom. You could be a bottom bitch for me if you really wanted to do it. But yeah, so we're going to driving to LA, and then I'm trying to get the first flight out of that fucking hellhole. Pamela, are you looking at Toe being sleepy?
I am gazing at Toe.
Yes.
And I am looking at how she's a little loaf.
Mm-hmm. She is a loaf.
And she's perfect. And if I approached her, she would scream.
Yeah, she is a fucking asshole.
Listen.
That's what I'm reflecting on.
You should have thought about that before you had your own cat. She could smell.
That's a great point because I've known Toe longer than I've had my cat.
Oh,
true?
really?
Yep.
Wow.
And I didn't even take that into consideration. And that's insensitive on my part.
Yeah, it really
every
is.
few years you get to see Toe.
I know. It's not often enough.
Yeah.
I miss her. She hates me. But that's
She
our
hates-
dynamic. That's our fun, like, odd couple type, like, you know.
She
that's our
hates everyone
relationship.
that's not Myka.
It's
Don't
so
worry
funny
about
that
it.
she hated you because before you came over, I'm like, Toe, remember Pamela? You loved her. And like, I just make up these stories in my head about how my cat is best friends with everybody.
Myka's some kind of like psycho. Like, we'll have a party. Toe will sit in the middle of the table. There will be like 15 people in here. They're all trying to pet her. She swipes and tries to bite everyone. And then the next day, Myka was like, remember how cute Toe was last night? I'm like, she was not cute last night. She tried to bite me, the guy she fucking lives with. She was not cute. She was fucking rude as fuck, to be quite honest. And I go, she sat in the middle of where all the food was and would swipe at people who were trying to get food.
That's fucking cute as shit.
That's hilarious.
It's hilarious, but it's not like cute.
She's like, this is my fucking food, fucking slobs. Get the hell out of my house.
She does. She is like a fat shamer and did think that everyone at the party was too fat and that they
Right.
shouldn't be eating
Oh
anymore.
my God. Well, she and Karen have that in common. And I love that.
She surprisingly does also hate Karen.
Well, it's because she's jealous. She
Yeah.
feels like they're rivals.
That's
Oh, yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
Myka, did you have anything exciting happen this week that you wanted to talk about, or should we go right into hot takes?
Oh, yeah, I should have thought about that ahead of time. No.
What
Oh,
the
wait,
hell?
yes, I did have something really
What
exciting
the fuck is
happen.
happening?
Wait, I did have something really exciting happening.
Okay.
That's what's so crazy
You
about
had
that.
something really exciting happening?
Shut up.
Okay.
This is crazy. I performed in front of my dad.
Oh, that's
I performed
right.
stand-up comedy in front of my
Yeah.
dad for the first time.
Micah's dad, David
I've been doing comedy
Fox.
for like 15 years. I've never performed in front of anyone in my family. My brother saw me like the first time I ever did it, like in LA. My sister saw me a couple years in New York. But in general, no.
Pamela, while you drink, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you ever performed in front of your family ever?
No, I never have.
Really?
See, it's terrifying.
Ever,
right?
ever.
And yours aren't even that far away.
No, I grew up an hour away in the suburbs.
Right. And so do they want to come and you say they can't? Or does it just not come up?
We just don't even talk about it.
Wow.
Are you the shame of your family?
I'm sure. I mean, yes, by
Yes,
default.
yeah.
I mean, I'm an only child, and my
Hard to be the shame, but you did it. And
I know it's at this point, my immediate family. It's just me and my dad and his cat, and
Yeah.
my cat. So it's either me or Cassie, the Norwegian forest cat, who is disappointing my dad the most.
there's a Norwegian forest cat.
Yeah.
This should be a cat pod.
She's really she's very mean and scary.
Wow, cool. That's like our cat.
I know. But hers has like big ears and stuff.
They have like tufted ears and toes, and they're like long haired. They kind of look like a Maine Coon, and they're like very athletic and frightening.
That's
love
cool.
it.
Like when she was outside, she chased a fox one time.
Yes!
and she would climb up trees. She would scale trees. Like it
Whoa.
was very intense.
And that's
So-
your dad's cat?
My dad's cat.
Is
yeah.
this like a King of the Hill situation? Are you like a Bobby Hill? Is your dad like a Hank Hill? Like that girl ain't right, you know?
My dad is like
Great impression.
Shut up! I don't do a good Hank Hill.
I felt like you queued it up just to do it.
No, I was bringing up the thing, and then I can't stop myself from doing voices because I think I'm good at them. But then when I do them, I'm like, I'm not good. And then every time I want to do a voice, I want to do voices so bad, but I just can't do them.
Anyway, are you the shame of your family?
Yes. Are you like a Bob? Is there a Bobby Hill situation?
Like I think by default, I am the shame of my family. I think
Right.
I've brought shame upon them.
Right. But your dad loves you
Theoretically,
in theory. Like
Yeah.
Hank Hill loves Bobby,
yeah.
but
This is how Tim can emotionally relate to anything.
now
Is he thinks of a cartoon,
Yes, in
that
what-
he's seen, and then he's like, "Oh, which one has a parent situation? Oh, I found one."
Right.
Myka's dad told her. Myka's dad, first of all, sounds exactly like Fred Stoller, friend of the show and past guest. Secondly, Myka's dad also said that Myka was very professional up there.
So thank you for sharing that personal
Yes.
detail that has haunted me since it happened. Here's the thing. When your parents see you for the first time, there's really only one adjective you're going for. It's a simple one. I bet you could guess it.
Funny.
Right. How hard is that?
Oh, I thought it was fine. You did fine.
Tim, that's the best one he's gotten from his parents, and
Yeah.
so he doesn't know.
Right.
Funny, right? I know it seems obvious. Just fucking go for it. It doesn't even have to be true. It's just one word. You're out.
Yeah.
You're out scot-free. Don't have to mean it. Don't have to say it convincingly.
Right.
The word does all the work. Professional.
Yeah.
You were very professional up there.
Your dad thought that it looked like you got paid to do comedy that night.
I,
which I think is a compliment.
Well, what did he mean by it?
I would not let him explain.
Like elaborate.
No, absolutely not. I jumped right down his throat. I went into his guts and cut them apart.
Ooh, my question is, did you do the Coke mirror bit?
100% did it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. That was the part I was most excited for. And fortunately, the part that did the best during my set, too. Because I was like, man, if I do this and this joke bombs, because it sometimes can, it's off-putting. I talk about how I come from a traumatic home where we do drugs to our family, and sometimes people get very upset by this.
Those people should try doing drugs with their family.
100%. I mean, I don't recommend it.
It's like,
I think do
relax.
drugs without them. It's way more fun.
I don't do drugs with my family. I don't do drugs, though. I'm a sober guy. I'm straight edge, pretty much.
That's true. Until he has a little bit of alcohol, and then he'll do almost whatever I tell him to.
Well, I mean, except for clean and get a job or cook or whatever. But yeah, anything like bad, I'll do.
But it was fine. My aunt and uncle came too.
See, I get nothing.
Wait, were they?
What?
I get nothing
What,
on
Tim?
this show.
Tim?
I try to be funny. Myka just sits there, stares at me. I get no damn laughs.
I don't even look at you.
Oh. God damn it. All right, Myka, go on with your damn tale of whatever. Fuck.
Nah, it's fine. My aunt and uncle were there, and they were like, "You're not supposed to say professional." They yelled at him too.
Oh, they knew. Like, they understood the scenario.
Yeah.
They
They were like, yeah, you had a lot of personality, and I'm like, great, that's closer, great.
Yeah, they put their hands out in front of them. They were like, you got a lot of personality.
Yeah,
it's closer. My parents saw my first ever 5-minute tape from when I was in Boston from the Comedy Studio, and they were the only reason they saw it is because a family friend snitched on me because I posted it on Facebook.
Oh.
And he sent it to them because my closer used to be about my dad and how my dad had gone to jail my junior year of high school.
Yeah.
And I had a great bit about how he finally made black friends in jail and how he got super into American Idol.
That's funny.
And he grew as a person. Like, it was a funny bit.
That's really funny.
There were all these, like, weird specific details I could pull in. But my parents were understandably pissed off.
Because nobody knew that he went to jail? Was that like a real big secret?
No, people knew. Like, the Times reported it. Like, people were aware.
Oh, was your dad like a white collar guy?
Yeah.
Good job.
It was
nice.
for a very specific form of bank fraud that the SEC had never prosecuted before.
Let's go.
So it was notable in that sense.
Yeah.
If you cared about finance, I guess.
Do I?
Immediately makes my eyes glaze over. Like, he sat me down to explain to me, like, why he had to go to a jail for a year, and he said the word share, and as in stock share, and my eyes, like, glazed over. I could not. He was telling me.
Because I was like, I'd like to talk to him for a few minutes.
Bro.
I'm sure you have questions.
Stab somebody or shut the fuck up. Get out of here. Your story is boring.
I was like, your financial crimes, unless I'm personally benefiting from them, they're not interesting to me.
Were you not? Did you not personally benefit from him stealing money from poor, unsuspecting people?
You'd think that I would have, but then we had to pay legal fees, and he was fined $1 million by the SEC.
Woof.
Yo,
So
That's too damn much.
So I think ultimately, it wasn't the windfall he might have been hoping for.
Oh, yeah.
come on, but there's a little hidden away.
Offshore, yes.
Yes,
Woof.
let's go.
I mean, my father's reckless. He's not stupid.
Yes,
Nice.
there we go.
You know.
You don't know, you can't get these Norwegian long hairs for fucking free. I don't know what it is.
We actually found her just outside.
Fuck.
Yeah, someone bought her like a specialty cat, and then we're like, this is too much cat. I found a bobcat in a wheel well in Bed-Stuy. Not a wheel well, in a window well. Mm-hmm. It was like adorable, but I was like, oh, this thing probably costs thousands of dollars. Why is it just like dying in this window well?
Yeah, because you can just buy bobcats and lynxes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She was a sweet cat too. Gave her away to my friend Luke Kaiser.
There you
Shout out to
go.
my friend Luke.
So they didn't like me talking about my dad in my closer.
Yeah.
Well, then don't
Even
don't
though the
commit
clip was
crimes.
great. I'm such a monster that I was like, yeah, but it killed. Like, it was
Also,
like,
also, your dad
Yeah.
your dad was in what? The Time magazine? What was he in?
the Times.
He was in the New York Times. He was Man of the Year for Time magazine for his being the first one to commit this crime.
Yeah.
No, your dad, if you don't commit a crime, it's public record. Bro, grow the fuck up.
He's
People are going to
probably
talk about it.
He's like, don't coast off my fame, Pamela. Right? You really got to make your own way.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I don't want people to think of you as a nepotism kid.
Yeah.
Yeah. Commit your own damn
And I
crimes,
was like,
damn it.
yeah, no one thinks of me that way.
Commit your own crimes. I think this should be a good t-shirt for the pod.
That would be a good t-shirt for the pod. And then on the back it says, you're guilty of being gay. And then it has
Guilty.
Pamela as the judge.
I'd wear it.
It's fine if Pamela does it. She was queer.
Yeah.
I have a
She's got like
gavel.
second place or third or something in that competition.
We actually have no idea. We have no idea what place it was. A placed enough that she had to go fuck somebody out of it.
Yeah.
That's cool though.
I had to. Well, I already had the sex scheduled, but you know, it's always nice to get laid after a failure.
Sure.
You know.
Never happened to me, and I fail every day. But that's all right. Myka, do you have a hot take?
Boy, do I.
Hot take time. But Pamela, this is our section. I'm sure you know where Myka reads a hot take, and then she reads a thing, and we give our hot takes on it. What do we got today, Myka? Do you have it pulled up?
Okay, so I'm trying to decide which one. Let's do this one.
Oh, good. She knew the show was going to happen.
Here we go.
I set this up at 5:30, I said I'm setting up the show.
It's ready
Hint,
right
hint,
here.
get ready for stuff.
I pick a few.
Have a hot take. Maybe have a thing for your week ready to go.
You know what? Here's the thing, Tim, is I have a few, and I was trying to decide based on how the conversation was going, which direction we should go because I'm nimble.
Well, I think the conversation's going great, so you should go in the direction that would be great.
You know what? This is actually kind of apt for us right now. This is coming to us from Reddit.
Whoa, we love that.
And am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend I don't want the Christmas holiday to be all about her?
What the fuck, bro?
All right, so first, before we hear his side of the story, we decide whether or not he's the asshole.
Yes, he is.
You think he's going to be the asshole by the end of this?
I mean, if your girlfriend loves Christmas and it's like her biggest thing, just let her have it. What are you doing? Who are you, Father Christmas? You're not Saint Nicholas. You're not Santa Claus. Get the fuck out of here. Like, if Mrs. Claus was like, I need this to be about me now, it's like, bitch, no. Go fucking sit the fuck down next to your fire.
Mrs. Claus isn't even part of the fucking story as far as I'm concerned.
Feminists created Mrs. Claus because they were like, men have had it too good. Mrs. Claus is doing something too.
Oh my God, that's exactly what happened with Mrs. Matt.
Wait, really?
What?
I don't know.
I just like to think that you're just like, that is true, and also this is what else they've created. I got
She is
myself
also
dizzy.
an ally.
Yes, exactly.
You got yourself dizzy, Tim?
I'm dizzy. I got
All right.
dizzy from talking.
What do you think? You think he's the asshole?
I don't think he's the asshole.
You don't think he's going to be the asshole?
No.
All right.
I think he sounds like a long-suffering boyfriend.
Okay. Well, I have to admit, I've read this thing through, and I am not sure I can even decide.
Wow.
Me, 31 male, have been together with my girlfriend, 25 female, for 2 years now. Okay, first of all, gross.
Yes.
That's I mean, technically okay, but I feel like those ages are like...
She was 23 when they met, and he was 29. They were both in their 20s. Is that good?
I guess. I mean, that's the age of people I was dating at that age, so... And it was wrong. And they were gross and weird.
Yeah, I don't love that.
Okay.
But what if you were 23 and I was 31 and we were dating? I'm pretty cool.
I mean, that's a good point, Tim. All right.
Think about that.
We both live in London, UK together. You know, not the
Woof,
other
already
London.
woof.
But I'm originally from Czech Republic. I believe it's the Czech Republic, but okay.
All right.
I will visit my family in my home country next Christmas. My girlfriend also wants to come. Last night we were looking for train tickets for her. I already booked my flight ticket separately. She is afraid of flying.
Oh.
Sorry.
Shove the bitch on a train and send her up. The Polar Express.
It's pretty... Yeah, this is already getting kind of weird. It sounds like he doesn't want her to go at all and already
Right.
booked the thing, and she's like, can I please come?
Yeah.
While looking for dates, she told me she would like to arrive a few days before the actual Christmas so she can relax and sleep a lot after the long train ride to prepare for the busy Christmas days.
This is going a different way than I had originally thought it was going to go.
Yeah?
I thought this was going to be some fucking stay-at-home mom that was super into Christmas. Okay.
Yeah, I know.
Go on.
That's why we do the pre-guess.
Yeah, I
Keeps
like
you
to
on your
pre-guess.
toes.
I like pre-guessing.
Tim likes a lot of pre-things.
Coming, guessing,
Maturing.
ejaculation.
Okay.
Full on. I like the pre-cum. I like that, and the full on ejaculation.
Tim likes to taste the pre-cum to make sure it's the
Yeah.
batter's coming along.
Yeah,
right.
I go,
Right.
oh, this is going to be a good one.
You don't wait until the dish is done before you taste if it's seasoned correctly.
Wait, oh, I was thinking of washing a plate.
Tim comes on our dishware.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Do
your
not
water.
eat anything around here. It is fucking cummed on.
That's right. Tim likes to see how much of the plate he can cover at once.
And our plates are white. It's fucked up. It is a fucked up situation here.
All right.
Go ahead about this, bitch.
Good riff.
It was good, Myka. This was better than yesterday when you kept just being like, okay, cool. You see how we had like a back and
The
forth?
problem is that I talk to Tim all day, every day, and he annoys the fuck out of me. And then I forget I have to like him in front of the camera.
Right.
You don't have to, but you don't have to like me, but
No,
you have
you
to
need
like
me to-
kind of yes and. Just,
Yeah, you need me to first date you. Be like, oh, that's interesting, where your brain isn't even processing it. You're just moving the conversation forward.
Yeah.
But instead, I already know. It was not an interesting thing.
All right, fine. Oh my God, I'm so dizzy. I have to get, while you eat this, I'm going to eat a power bar. I'm like really dizzy.
Wait, while I eat this, you're going to eat
I'm
this?
shaking. Whatever. Shut up.
Tim, we had so much time to prepare for this podcast. He yells at me and then forgets to eat all day. Okay, so he's really annoyed she has to come early. He says, this annoys me. I told her I don't want this holiday to be all about her. I just want to have a good time with my family. She doesn't need to tell me how many days she needs to prepare and sleep, and that she will only have energy for 3 out of the 7 days. I wish she would keep me out of that.
That does sound like some you shit, Myka, where you're like, I don't know, I'm only going to have enough energy to be around your family for 2 days.
Well, Tim, I'm dying of chronic fatigue syndrome.
Me too. That's why I'm eating this.
Fucking, Tim.
Yeah, you almost fainted.
I did think I was about to faint. It's probably because I got such as hot bitches in my house.
Jesus, that was so...
That's how you compliment
that felt
people, Myka.
really rude. That just felt so insulting.
I was being nice.
Oh.
If this is all a ruse to get me to have a threesome with you guys...
It's really just a ruse to fuck me.
Yeah, you can have sex with
Well,
Myka.
yeah, you don't have to go to such elaborate lengths to get me to fuck you.
Well,
You can just text me.
I'm going to go watch the game downstairs.
Okay, so I want her to keep me out of all that. He's such an asshole. Okay. All right. This has been a theme for every holiday. She is often tired after a social activity and needs to have a day rest in between. I feel super limited by that. I just want to have a good time, not a girlfriend who is always tired. My family also thinks it's weird that she sleeps so long and sometimes skips an activity when we visit to do something on her own. But now she is upset with me. She told me she is reconsidering coming at all for Christmas. She says I make her feel like she's not allowed to take up space. Okay, I guess someone learned something from TikTok. That it will only be a fun and conflict-free holiday if she pretends she has more energy than she has. And yeah, it's true that I sometimes want her to just suck it up. I'm also tired sometimes, and I don't let that limit my life. It's so weird that I just want a peaceful holiday and her to leave me out of comments that she is tired and wants to rest.
What the fuck? Dude, this guy is kind of an asshole.
What?
Let the bitch rest.
It's so insane.
He's like, my girlfriend's sleepy, and that's like very annoying to me. And it's like, okay, you could let her sleep.
What's so funny is like when I first read this through, I was like, this girl sounds like a fucking drag, right? I was like, she's like sickly and tired all the time and like needs a lot of rest, right? And like can't fly, and it does sound like she's got a lot of like mental barriers happening, and so I like kind of, but in my head I was like, so just dump her and get someone healthier.
Yeah.
But then I started reading the comments, and they're kind of like you guys, where it's like, oh, well, she's a decent person, just wants to take a nap.
Yeah, but that's how you are, Myka. If you don't have your fucking go-go powder, you're like, oh, I don't want to do anything. I don't want to go in. I don't want to go do nothing.
He needs protein powder.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But, well, first of all, I do kind of suck it up. I don't need, like, I don't need multiple
Myka
days.
sucks it up to get to a bar where there is cocaine. That's like, the sucking it up is like getting to the place where the cocaine is.
I snort it up, and... well, no, but, like, usually we fly in, we go straight to a show, sometimes we'll have dinner with his... Like, it's like, go, and then you go... But then when you go home, you rest, and maybe, like, after a few days of that, like, if everyone's like, oh, we're all gonna watch the football game, and it's like, oh, I have work to do up in the... And I know his parents listen. I usually actually do have work to do.
Normally she does.
Last year it was, I had COVID and wasn't allowed to tell his mom that I did.
Myka, that's getting taken out of the show. Except it's not. I don't give a fuck.
She didn't figure out that I got COVID.
No, everybody knew. I told everybody that you had COVID.
So I was like, I don't, but I legitimately did have COVID for the first time.
I think we've also talked about it on the pod a bunch of times before.
Well, Sue, everyone made me lie to you, and I felt really bad about it.
No one made you lie.
Yes,
they just said, don't say shit. Don't
lying.
fucking say anything. It's not lying. It's just not saying fucking word motherfucking one.
It's called that's a sin of omission.
A sin of omission.
In the Catholic tradition.
And this bitch is all about cinnamon crunch.
And this
toast,
time...
the toast kind.
This was a sin of transmission because I gave everyone COVID.
I didn't get it. Nobody else got it.
The joke? Oh, COVID? No, yeah, nobody got it actually from me because I was hiding in the room. But my point is, it's like you do kind of suck it up. Like multiple days. Like I need to get there days ahead of time to relax so that way I can be present for one holiday meal. That does seem kind of like pussy shit.
We have to do that, but that was only because it's the cheapest way to fly in and out of Arizona.
Yeah, we're not doing that for the rest.
Right.
It sucks. This trip is going to exhaust me.
I will be fine. I'm going to be in there, finger guns. Hey, what's up, everybody? Chaboy's here. Anybody got a beer? They're like, Tim, it's 9:30 in the morning. I'm like, I'm on vacation. They're like, you don't have a job. I'm like, ha ha.
Are you kidding me? That is exactly how it goes in the house.
Yeah.
Everyone just starts drinking right away.
That's sick. Pamela, what are your thoughts on this?
They just don't sound compatible.
Right.
Right? It doesn't sound like the way they operate is complementary.
No, he's a huge asshole.
Yeah.
Well, but also, he's flying without her.
He sounds he just sounds so judgmental of her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that doesn't, I say that as if I haven't judged the shit out of all my previous partners.
You have to do it.
And probably made that clear to them in ways I didn't mean. But, but I always think I have such a good poker face, and then it ends up everyone knows what I'm thinking.
But that's like here's the thing, you're not supposed to be hiding shit from your partner. You're not supposed to be like, oh, I hate this about them, and I'll just never let them know.
Yeah.
Like, if it's really bothering you, maybe you need to air it out and then break up. Or get over it.
It sounds like their lifestyles just are not similar enough.
No.
And that's causing a lot of tension, obviously.
He did have an edit. It says, some of the comments are suggesting my girlfriend has a medical condition like chronic fatigue syndrome that I forgot to mention. This is not the case! Exclamation point.
She is actually a dumb bitch. She has dumb bitch syndrome.
My girlfriend is just an introvert who gets overstimulated quickly in unfamiliar surroundings. With resting, I also don't mean sleeping for 3 days straight. Just some hours for herself, a walk, spending time with me. But that sounds very normal now.
That sounds fine, right. Bro. You know what I have to say to that? Bruh.
Because it is like when you are a guest, and maybe Tim doesn't feel this because Tim is like lacking the shame center of his brain. I really wish I could duplicate it in myself. He probably is missing along with other important parts of the brain.
The reading center.
The frontal lobe that affects decision making and judgment.
Mm-hmm. The money making center.
That's what I call my ass.
Oh. Now we're talking.
Get to the juicy center of that moneymaker.
What were you talking about? I ain't got no shame about what?
No, but like he's like meets my family. Like he does. You don't get exhausted being around other people's family. Just being a guest does take a certain amount of energy. Like everyone thinks the host is putting out a lot of energy, and they are. That's a whole different thing. But being a guest in someone else's home is like you're constantly being watched. You're constantly have to put on like I'm having a good time face, or else you can't just relax, or people will be like, is everything okay? And you're like, yeah, I'm just not used to being stared at or talked to constantly.
Oh man, you and I are on totally different pages. I don't ever think about people looking at me. I've fallen asleep many a time at an ex's place, just on the couch.
Just in public.
Yeah, they're like, "What are you all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm just tired, and I'm going to just take a little nap, And they're like, "Okay, well, I guess the man's about to take a nap." I don't know. I just sleep on a couch. I've done it a bunch of times.
And that actually might be like a gender situation as well.
It could be, yeah.
Because I think women like going into like the boyfriend's house, like I don't know, like I feel like when a guy comes in, it's just like, I hope you don't have any fucking crimes in your past. You know what I mean?
They're just like, I hope you don't have rabies.
Right.
Also, I've noticed this. Women will come into houses and people will be like, oh my God, let me show you all of the things in my home. I go into a person's house, they're like, hey, how are you? I'm like, hey, how's it going? I'm like,
yeah. They're like, are you here to fix the plumbing? Like, why are you?
But no, even when Tim took me to his dad's side of the family's Christmas, right? Like, his grandmother's there, his mom's there, and like they're all telling me stories of raising Tim and blah blah blah. You know what I mean? And so I'm like an attentive audience. Tim goes downstairs to take a nap in the basement, like leaves me. Me
and my cousin John showed me this YouTube video where a Down syndrome guy plays a cop, and we watched a bunch of that over and over again. It's pretty funny.
It can be exhausting to be a guest.
Yeah,
is what I'm saying.
Yeah, no one ever had pulled me aside and was like, "Hey, listen about how we raised such and such," and I'm like, "Oh, okay," because first of all, I don't care. I think they can tell I don't care immediately.
Well, that's the rude part. It takes energy to care.
Right.
Or
sometimes.
to pretend that you
Or
care.
to pretend that you
Oh, it
care.
takes even more energy to pretend.
It's like a keeping up appearances thing.
Yeah, and, you're meeting these people for the first time. You don't want to be a fucking asshole. You can't be like, oh,
Tim has no qualms about that.
you can't be like, the
difference.
You can be like, sorry, honey, I know you're like 80 befuckle 2 years old,
80
but
befuckle
and these
too.
stories are taking a bazillion years.
Who wrote that dirty fucking Dr. Seuss?
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know. I was trying to think of like old timey numbers because she's all old timey.
oh, yeah, sure. She's 8-246. I don't know. I smell like shit. I'm sorry, Pamela.
Tim, what happened? You did
I
nothing.
started
you did
sweating.
almost-
I started sweating like profusely. I got really dizzy. I don't know. My life was falling apart for a second, and now it's back.
Do you
back
think
in a
it was
big
you were
way.
Now we're
just
back.
hungry?
Yeah, what?
That protein bar did it.
I don't know. I was shaking. I feel better. I don't know. I think it's because I haven't had any like sugar and shit.
It's probably from the second coffee you had.
Oh yeah, I had another coffee, didn't I?
You might be a little dehydrated.
No, I've been drinking water all day. That can't be it.
Nice try, Pamela.
Nice try, Doctor. Nothing. No, nothing.
So he is the asshole.
Yeah, I think this guy is an asshole in this situation.
Yeah.
And I hate to side with women, but I think I have to side with the women on this one.
Yeah. All right. Do we do another one, or should we move on, Timmy?
We'll move on because I have a great news story
no,
today.
Tim, let's not do that.
Ding, 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 ding. It's
Pamela, I
time for the
apologize
news
for what's
with
happening.
Tim McLaughlin. Pamela, check this out. You used to live in Boston. Massachusetts woman accused of assaulting officer with swarm of angry bees.
Okay, good headline.
October 20th. This is from Reuters.
Tim, nobody
From
cares.
Reuters.
See, here's what happens in this segment. Tim picks a news segment. He doesn't read ahead. He just reads the headline, and then he reads every fucking detail in excruciatingly slowly because he can't read.
I was gonna say, I was like, Tim, that was actually really good for
Thanks.
you.
I had read the title
I
a
feel
bunch of
like
times.
You've made improvements, actually.
Yeah.
This is the
Well,
most.
this and I think we should keep the news segment because it gives me a chance to read during the week,
You need to practice.
and I need the practice.
Why should everyone be subjected to that?
Oh, Myka, they like it. A Massachusetts woman stands accused of using a swarm of bees as a dangerous weapon, according to a county sheriff. She had allegedly unleashed a hive of angry insects on deputies trying to serve an eviction notice last week.
That is pretty funny, and there's a lot of landlords I would like to have done that
so
too.
metal.
I like to imagine a woman opening the door and then pointing, and a bunch of bees fly out.
Yeah, what do you think? She like broke it open maybe she put it in a pinata?
Oh, hey officers! Maybe you want to evict me. Maybe you should check out this pinata
Yeah,
first.
first, let's celebrate my quinceañera.
Yeah. The incident unfolded when Rory Woods, 55-year-old professional beekeeper, drove up to the home in Longmeadow while deputies were in the process of enforcing the eviction notice. The sheriff's department said in a statement on Wednesday.
Nobody cares about that part. Just keep going.
The residence outside Springfield in south central part of the state belonged to a man who had been litigating against his removal for years, garnering support of anti-eviction activists. Even the bees are activists now, including Woods. See, I saved the part where it says a department spokesperson said in an email on Thursday.
Jesus. Okay, keep going. I
When
want to
she-
find out if anyone died.
No, I don't think anyone died, or it would be in the headline.
Yeah.
When she arrived at about 9:15 a.m. local time.
Tim,
What? That's important.
shut
Yes,
up. Move forward in the story now.
Towing a stack of manufactured beehives with an SUV, Woods exited the vehicle and tried to open the lid to unleash the bees, the department said. A sheriff's deputy tried to stop her, but as the agitated bees started getting out and circling the area, he pulled back.
That's fucking tight, actually.
This is them. Here are the bees here in the bee thing.
I'm surprised at how Tim is also deathly afraid of bees. And so
Yep, it's scary. She then smashed the lid of one of the hives and flipped it on the flatbed, agitating the bees, the sheriff said on Wednesday. They swarmed the area, stinging several officers and bystanders who were nearby. One deputy was taken to the hospital where he was treated.
Oh.
Meanwhile, Woods put on the professional beekeeper suit to protect herself. That is sick.
That is fucking
She suits
awesome.
up.
That feels like a Breaking Bad episode we never got to see.
Yeah.
Doesn't that seem like some shit like Walter White would do?
ABAC, all bees attack cops. It's like the ACAB, but I flipped it around.
Okay.
Okay, I'll allow it.
All right, thanks. Put on her beekeeper suit, and she carried the tower of bees to the front door of the home, trying to stop. First of all, I'd be fucking pissed. If you're carrying bees to my front door and then they're getting in the door, now I got bees in my damn house.
It's better to have them in it with you there than them not there with you not.
What the
'Cause
fuck did
otherwise-
you just say? Pamela, answer what Myka said.
I'll translate.
Thank you.
She says it's better that the bees be chaperoned than left alone in your space.
Wrong. Incorrect.
Right?
No, without the bees.
No, this is how stupid what you said is. That was now you're the clever brained one, and I am smart.
All right. First of all, Toe's being very cute. Second of all, if the bees weren't in the house, then he would have gotten evicted. So you have to have the bees to
He's
stay in
getting
the house.
evicted anyways. The bitch got arrested. They took her in her beekeeper suit and everything.
Oh.
I support people's right to protest peacefully, but when you cross the line and put my staff and the public in danger, I promise you will be arrested. Hampton County Sheriff Nick Cochee said.
We don't want any of the attributions.
Oh, that's what they're called?
Yeah.
That's a fun word. I didn't know that word.
Me neither, honestly.
All right, this is the last one. Attempts to reach a lawyer for Woods were unsuccessful.
Okay, we're done with the
No.
story.
Her lawyer is a bee.
Apparently he died after stinging one of the cops.
Oh, man.
See, she did endanger those bees, too.
Some
Yeah.
of those bees were martyred, but it was
Yeah.
for a good cause.
You're
which
right.
was to-
Yeah.
which
A
was
bunch
to-
of the bees died because they die when they sting you.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy shit. Maybe she got them only to bite.
Do they have teeth?
Tim?
Bees can bite, yeah.
What?
Yes. Bees. I would look it up, but then there would be a big picture of a bee, and I would get really scared.
Hold up.
All right.
I don't think bees can bite. I'm sure they do eat through their mouth, though.
Well,
So-
see, they eat through their mouth.
I don't think they don't have teeth, though. And that's what I think crucial in a bite. Honeybees have defensive weapons at both ends of their bodies.
Well, me too.
They can not only sting their enemies, as has long been known, but they can also bite them, injecting a venom that paralyzes invaders.
Oh my God! I guess I'm.
know that.
I guess I'm the smartest etymologist that ever lived. Is that what a bee guy is?
Interesting.
An
Interesting.
entomologist?
Etymologist,
I think it's ontologist.
ontologist, what? Like a insect guy.
Entomologist.
Entomologist. Fuck. My dad's friend is an entomologist. He made him a bunch of money creating some kind of thing that attracts fruit flies.
Why would you want to attract fruit flies?
For like they go in and they get stuck in a trap. He like created a fruit fly trap. He made like a bunch of money. My dad goes hunting with him. Pretty cool stuff. Toe's twitching now.
Oh, she's dreaming.
She's doing Twitch streams. She's probably dreaming that she's murdered everyone in the home.
Yeah.
And now she rules the home with an iron fist. And she's snuggling with Myka. Those are probably her dreams.
So cute.
All right. Myka, it's time for the best segment of the show, reviews for the podcast. This is where you can go on iTunes, Apple iTunes, and leave us a 5-star review if you want. Listen, I don't run your life. Leave whatever star review you want. We have no reviews on iTunes today, but I am going to read comments from our YouTube page. So now we can get comments from the YouTube page. If you want to go, check us out. Just look up Great Hang Podcast on YouTube, and you can comment on our latest videos. All our new videos come out on Friday. All our old videos come out on Thursday. This one's from Miriam Zepeda. My favorite podcast currently.
Hell yes, Miriam.
Nice.
And then this one's from S. Lyons. Bye Guys Podcast brought me here. Hello. And then I said, what's up, baby? And then he said, love the news segment. Allison was so funny with you two. And I said, let's go. And then this one's from Hayden, who I think is
Tim,
actually...
we don't need to read your follow-up comments, right?
You just didn't like it because it said that the news was good.
Well, I also don't know why he's lying.
He's lying to fucking be my friend, which he now is my best friend. Okay. Hayden wrote more news and less toe, which is insane, an insane troll. And I wrote, this is the most insane trolling I've ever seen.
That's pretty good.
No one liked his thing. In fact, he's getting a thumbs down from me right now.
No, Tim.
As we go. How are you going to say less toe? She's a baby.
You don't want just any fans. You want the fans who appreciate how important Toe's contributions are.
Yes. Thank you.
Right.
And now look at her. She's damn sleeping like a cutie. All right, here we go. This is a fun party story or a great tip for being a great hang. But we have one before we get to you. I had people write in to the Great Hang email, greathangpod@gmail.com. This one's from Day Blah Blah.
Oh, fuck
Our good friend Day Blah Blah wrote in, find a group of people talking where you know at least two people disagree strongly about something, bring that up, then act like you're getting a phone call and leave. Bonus points for videoing this event and secretly after you've left and posting it, and so even more people can be mad about it. That's fun.
That is fun. I'm trying to think of how actionable that is.
Just be an asshole, just disagree with everyone and be an asshole?
That is great. Well, no, he's saying, I think what Dave Blah Blah is saying is like, if you know those two people disagree about it, just bring it up. Like poke the nest.
Pamela, you read it. See if I got it wrong.
Okay. These people. Oh, okay.
Did I read it wrong?
So he's saying find a group of two people where you know that two people disagree in it about they have opposing views about something important, and then bring it up. So they get into a fight.
So one guy is racist and the other guy is black, and bring that up.
Tim,
I like that to you, racist and black are polar opposites.
yeah.
That's really an incredible insight into your brain.
It's interesting too because like usually people like are around like-minded people. Like this will absolutely work at a Thanksgiving or Christmas party when people are forced to be around each other, and then all of a sudden you drop like a heartbeat at 6 weeks or some type of shit and walk away.
Right.
You know?
Right.
That's like when I used to call into sports radio in Indianapolis and tell them that they needed to bring back single class high school basketball, and then a bunch of people would call in and they'd get real mad because it would just fuck up their whole afternoon.
But it is fun, yeah, you're right, just to say something controversial and walk away.
Yeah.
But then you're the asshole.
Yeah, but that's great.
All right.
Pamela, what do you got? Do you have a fun story or a tip?
I have a tip.
Ooh.
I recently wrote an op-ed, a humorous op-ed about how much it annoys me when you're just at a regular social gathering and everyone's talking and drinking and hanging out, and all of a sudden someone pulls out a game or starts playing like a party game like charades or something, and that becomes the focus of the party. I don't appreciate that. If the theme of the party is games, if you're like, we're gonna have a board game night, I'm like, that's great.
Yeah.
You can opt in or you can opt out, whether or not it's your thing. But I don't like when I'm trying to have a fun, sexy time, and then everyone's like, why don't we learn the complicated rules of this board game and then be competitive over something that doesn't matter at all?
Right.
That bothers me a lot.
I gotcha. Yeah. So have your game nights separate from your regular nights.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to picture this happening. Even
it's happened to me.
Because I'm like, usually when I go to a party, everyone's just getting as fucked up as possible, and then.
But we don't ever.
But that's
go.
Because you're at comic parties.
Okay.
I go to normie parties, like a Friendsgiving or something.
Okay.
That's not for comics or a housewarming or something. There's regular people there. They're like, let's play games, and I'm like, I can't handle this.
Yeah, because you're just trying to be like, I just want to talk to the one hot person here.
I'd love to just like an opportunity, especially like post-COVID when we're locked down for so long. I'm like, what if we actually just tried to connect? It doesn't have to be in a super deep way.
Yeah.
But like, let's just have a chance to socialize.
This is a good tip.
That is a good tip.
Myka and I do not get invited to like a dinner party situation where there's only like 5 or 6 people there.
Can you imagine?
No,
like, honestly,
no.
you explain this. I'm like already getting defensive. I'm like, this sounds horrible. Like if I'm just like at a dinner party and someone's like, it's time for the game, I'd probably start like looking at my phone like, how do I get out of here?
Think about how annoyed you are when someone sends you their Wordle score. Mm-hmm. Now think about someone like you're just trying to like get fucked up, and they just bring out a game of Scrabble.
See, the thing is, though, I do belong to a spelling chat, and we do, but that it is a designated safe space for that, and we do not even share Wordle scores. We share Quirtle scores, which are much uglier to look at, if you ask Tom McNamara, and also me too. But it's too late because I already said it belongs in the chat, and now it's got to stay.
Yeah.
Damn. Yeah, if I put my Wordle score in any of the mini group chats that I'm in, I think I would be roasted mercilessly.
You would be like somehow put into like a remedial special ed program. Your friends
Tim,
in stage intervention.
you should see him do Wordle, because he'll get to like 3 guesses and then just be like, I don't have any more words.
Yeah.
Like that's the difficulty he has. He just runs out of words to try.
Words that exist.
Words that exist.
Words that I know how to spell and yeah.
It's like
that
really
you can
sick.
be certain are real.
Yes. Oh, I got it once just typing in letters. I didn't know. I was like, this has got to be something. And it was. And it was the Wordle.
What was that word? Do you
I
remember?
don't know. I think there was an I at the end and there might have been a Z in it. Well, that was a great tip. That's actually a really great tip. And you know what else game can get fucked? This is a game I really don't like. It's, what's that one that they say like bad things in it?
Oh, apples to apples?
No.
Oh, no, I know what you're talking about.
Friends, cards of humanity.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a personality.
Yeah.
Make your own Cards Against Humanity. Don't
Apples to Apples is your own Cards Against Humanity. Because
Oh.
you imply all the negative shit by putting it together. The cards, yeah, you're right. It is Cards Against Humanity. It's also Cards Against having your own personality.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Anyways, fuck Cards Against Humanity, but if you want to sponsor the show, we'd love to have you. Speak ill of the dead.
Shit.
Oh, and if you want to be a listener and sponsor the show, you can sponsor the show yourself by going to patreon.com and looking up Great Hang. I think it's Great Hang. I don't know what it is. Patreon.com/Great Hang. Be a sponsor of the show. Give us money. I'm in the hole on this show. Give me money. God damn it. Okay. Pamela, do you have someone that you would like to talk shit about that is dead? It can be anyone in the world. They don't have to be famous. They could just be anyone. They could be some guy you know that died and it was a piece of shit.
It's so when you asked me, you need a dead person to talk shit on, that combination of words made me think of my dead friend who was a champion shit talker. Raghav Mehta.
Oh,
Yeah.
I swear to God, he must have been, I find that straight men do not really know how to gossip that well.
Interesting.
Honey,
is
you are not
gay.
hanging out with the right straight man
I know.
because I know how to fucking gossip.
I was like-
I am a gossip queen.
Or you just outed Tim.
Or you're bi-curious.
Yeah.
Like, that's like my,
Yeah.
for some reason, I'm like, like, if you're like a Kinsey 1, or like whatever the straight number is, I can't remember if it's 1 or 6.
Whatever it is, I'm that.
You can't like talk like shit. He was just this champion shit talker, and you know what scares me? Even in death, I'm like, what did he say about me behind my back?
Really?
I've got to. I should just ask Twitey or something, but
David
I'm sure he'd
Twitey,
tell
friend of
me.
the show.
I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, Raghav said you were fucking annoying and your boobs were lopsided or whatever. I don't know what it was.
Funny.
Cool.
But yeah, Raghav. Rest in
Nice.
peace.
Raghav Mehta, R.I.P., funny comic. One night I asked him if he was the Indian guy at the startup at a party. Because it was at Asmus's house, and I felt like everyone there looked like they worked at a startup. I was also on mushrooms, but it was a nice time. Myka, did you figure someone out?
Yeah, I did for sure, and I am going to speak shit on Robin Williams.
Whoa, I was just
Wow.
watching his first appearance on Johnny Carson before this show started.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet it was pretty good. Listen, everyone loves him because he was like so lovable and funny and all this shit. But you want to know something else? He was making a mockery of the trans community before they really had their fair shake in Mrs. Doubtfire. And I think it's fucked up that every Christian family goes home and watches Mrs. Doubtfire and then doesn't let drag queens perform at their children's Catholicism thing.
Myka, they don't have like a bar mitzvah for Catholics.
I'm
It's
just
a birthday. They have
It's a
birthday.
confirmation.
Confirmation.
Yeah, but they don't have like a big party about it, or I didn't.
It's true. You have a small reception at home.
Yeah.
As my mom would say, we're not ostentatious like the Jews. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Not with that attitude.
It's funny because she's dead.
Thank
good.
you.
Okay. Damn, I missed my chance to speak ill of her.
No, you can do it next week.
You can still do it.
And also Pamela's mom for being apparently an anti-Semite.
An anti-Semite.
And also, Robin Williams was a joke thief.
That's fine by me. I just don't like how he fucking positioned Christians into being hypocrites.
All right, well, there you go. And I would like to speak ill of Mike Shapiro, former comedian from Chicago who died and was always asking me for a ride every time we would leave an open mic. He'd be like, hey, can you give old Shappy a ride home? And I'm like, you live so far from me. I did it 2 times. And then the last time he asked me, he goes, you still live in that spot? And I go, no, I live in a new spot. And it's very far from wherever you think you're going.
Jesus.
And then I left.
Good job, Tim.
And then I left, and 2 days later, he died. So, R.I.P. Mike Shapiro.
He was like, can I get a ride to the hospital? No? Okay.
You were a needy bitch, but you were a good man. But you were a needy bitch, and you are now dead. So, R.I.P.
All right.
Well, that's it. That's the show. We got to do sign-offs.
Sign-offs. All right.
Signing off, it is I, the greatest man of all time, the new smart one on the show, your Patreon dad, your free feed best friend, Timothy Grady McLaughlin II, a.k.a. the Timster.
Oh, no.
I hope you guys have a great rest of the day.
And signing off, it is me, your unapologetical toe lover. I will never, ever stop talking about her on this podcast. I also will never stop taking tiny little breaks during holidays. And a person who is a friend to all, Myka Fox.
Friend to all.
Tim, I sort of lost the thread.
Well, you were distracted by how unbelievably cute Toe is being.
She's being so cute.
All right, Pamela, go. But remember to say signing off.
Oh, yeah. Signing off, Pamela Ann Ross, former Catholic, current person who is often confused for a Jewish person. And I love that for me. And stop listening to Kanye West.
Yeah.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you later.